Alright, after spending hours trying to figure out how to actually record my screen and save it on my laptop, I finally figured it out. But as you can see, I'm using some older PC, and literally all the systems that I've tried using, OBS, Zoom, they were all crashing. So I finally figured out and found out one software on the website to use. It's not really an app, it's just a website. So I think we can make do of that. Anyways, let's jump right to the chat. After trying for so long, trying to figure out a way to record my screen so I can share it in this video, I have finally figured it out. As you can see, I'm using some crappy old laptop, and anyways, the most important thing is we get the content up and uploaded. But anyways, let's jump right into it. So my strategy is very basic. I try my best to make it as simple as possible because I actually have 5 mentors, and I didn't really learn anything from all those 5 mentors. But there is this strategy that I learned from Mamba FX, where he trade breakout strategies, where once price breaks a trend line, you jump into it with an entry. But I had an issue with it because I can't actually identify how to actually draw my trend lines or which trend lines are valid. So I have to implement some indicators and some confluences here and there to help me identify which trend line is valid or where I should actually enter the trade from. I still take some losses, alright, but at least I know what I'm doing, I understand my strategy, and I'm making some profits from it. Although I haven't become profitable yet because I just started using the strategy. I only used this strategy for my last account, which I failed. The last challenge which I failed. But anyways, that doesn't makes the strategy not profitable. So the trade currently is now running around the trade on GG that we took. As of the time that I actually checked the trade, we were actually running at 40 pips, 50 pips or so. But right now, currently, the trade is at 90 pips. And our final target is 120 pips. I always target 120 pips on GG and 150 pips on gold. But the risk to reward ratio is usually 10 RR on GJ and 7.5 RR on gold. But anyways, the reason why I actually took this trade today, let's just open up the GJ analysis, and I'll just explain real quick the reason why I took the GJ trade. So looking at the GJ chart, before I actually do anything, before the London session open, I usually go down to the 1 hour time frame. This strategy, I just backtested this strategy and I just figured it out just during this weekend. That was when I actually figured out the strategy. The confluences to enter, yeah, I know that already. I've been using that for like about a month now. But there is something that I added to actually confirm my trend or what I should be looking for every single day, and that is the red key level, the key level you see over here, which I marked with the red line, and I marked another one over here, the red line, and I marked this one blue. As you can see, the reason why I marked these colors are because they are only the red lines over here. They are just the highs of the previous day, and the lower one is the low of the previous day, and the blue one over here, the reason why I marked it blue is because price actually broke through the highs of the day before the previous day. So I leave that on the chart just to confirm which trend we are in, if we are bullish or if we are bearish. So if trend has actually broke downwards, if you can see from over here, I had a breakout structure line, the middle line, somewhere around here to confirm this day, which is on Wednesday. So on Wednesday we're looking for sales because we have our trend line over here, and I usually mark it gray, so I know that here we are on a downtrend, something like this. So I know that gray, yeah, let me do it this real quick. Yeah, bearish key level, yeah, so I know that we're on a downtrend, and on Wednesday I'll be looking for sell because I have the gray key level over here. But that's, by the way, Wednesday is gone. I actually took this trade. I took this trade on Wednesday. But anyways, let's forget about Wednesday. We are here now. It's Monday, and on Thursday we had a key level over here. The highs of the Thursday actually got broken out of on Friday, which confirmed our bullishness on markets. and it continued. As you can see, the bullishness continued over here and then retraces back over here. So we marked our low on Friday low, and then Friday highs over here. And as you can see, price during New York session, price broke it with this strong level of, but all this they are all literally nothing that I actually take into consideration. All I have to do is just to mark the day before the previous day break of structure, which is this key level, and then the highs of previous day, the low of previous day. And after marking that, I go down to the 15 minutes time frame. On the 15 minutes time frame, there's actually where I draw my trend line. So in the 15 minutes time frame, I don't worry about the key levels. All I have to look for is my trend line. So I find out so on before London session open, let me use the replay bar tool so I don't get confused. How am I gonna do this? Okay, yeah, London session, yeah, right. Okay, so before London session open, I usually mark out my trend lines. Okay, so since we were looking for price was above this level and price have broken up our key level over here, we were sure that market was going to go bullish. So I was actually looking for buys over here. As you can see, the trend line I drew over here, I was looking for buys, and I also drew this trend line over here just in case price breaks this down below over here. Then we are now in a sell trend. We are now looking for sells. If we should break here and then break our trend line, I'll jump in for the sell, because as long as price is up here, I'll be looking for what buys. But if price should break down this key level, I'll now be looking for what sells. If we should go back up and break it back up, I'll be looking for buys. So as long as price is up here, I'm looking for what buys. So basically what I did was, after drawing this trend line over here, I saw price break above it and rejected it immediately. So going down to the 5 minute time frame where I actually take my entries, what I usually look for is I actually pull up some indicators. Like I don't usually use the super trend indicators. Gives me the sell and the buy. As you can see, it gave a sell signal over here, a buy signal over here, and trend move. But I don't usually use it. I don't usually take it into consideration. Even if you give me a sell or a buy, as long as price doesn't break a trend line, I'm not gonna take the entry. So it's really not necessary. But sometimes I just pull it up to give me that confidence to actually jump in a trade. If I don't have that much confidence, or if I'm not sure of a particular trade, I can just pull it up to get that confidence to jump into the trade. But anyways, let's put it aside. I didn't use it on this chart, so I usually use the SMA EMA trend bars. That actually is just to keep my psychology in check, because if let's say for example it's not on and price is going to the upside, yeah, I know price is going to the upside, all right, but when you start seeing price retracing this way, you kind of start getting scared, and you don't know if you should close out of a trade or if you should take out partials, or you should move stop loss to break even. So the psychology tend to come in, and then you start making some rational bias that isn't realistic. So it's to avoid all of that, I pull up this indicator, and as you can see, it just made everything over here blue, which simply means price is going to the upside. And when price is going to the downside, you see that okay, price is going to the downside, and this over here is just 20 moving average EMA. So once price closes below the 20 moving average, it shows this gray color, and when it crosses above, it shows the blue color, which simply means price is going to the upside. So I put that up just to keep my psychology in check. And basically what I was waiting for here is for price to actually break out of this trend line, and then I can go in for the buy, since we are looking for buys. So if we should play this, let's take it too slow. Okay, maybe price break below this. I was expecting price to break this trend line so I can go in for sales. I would have entered over here, but following the rules, I don't enter a trade off of a break of key level. I enter a trade off of a trend line. It can be a parallel trend line, or it can be a horizontal trend line, any of them, but the horizontal trend line have to come from a parallel trend. I don't know if that makes any sense, but anyways, yeah, we can see as an example over here, we have a parallel trend line over here. If I'm going to take any trade, I'll have to take the trade from this horizontal trend line over here, because we have a parallel trend line over here and a horizontal trend line over here. But if I should draw another key level over here, like if I should put up a zone over here. Let's say it's just a random supply or a demand zone over here. As you can see, price actually tapped into it, rejected, tapped into it, rejected, and finally broke it. If I'm taking this trade, I didn't actually backtest this, but so I'm not sure if it will actually play out. I made this mistake on gold, which I'll show you guys in a minute. But anyways, I don't usually take trade off of this. I made a mistake on gold. I actually forgot to skip my mind, and I was like, okay, I have to take that trade. I fucking take the trade, and my stop loss got activated. My stop loss got hit. But anyways, I didn't make this mistake on GJ. I was waiting patiently for price to close below this trend line so I can jump into the trade. And I waited and waited, and then finally price broke through the trend line. And how do I confirm if it is the right time to enter? Why didn't I wait for a retest? Why did I just jump into the trade? Well, that's because price broke out of the trend line with momentum, with volume. And how do I know that? I have an indicator, a MACD indicator, no settings, just the MACD. I only remove the signal lines and the moving average lines because I don't really need it. All I need is the volume and the momentum, which tells me how strong the candle is. So I saw price broke out of the moving average with a very strong momentum. That's give me more confluence or more reason to actually jump into the trade. So I jumped into the trade over here, and immediately the next candle took me out of the trade. But I didn't re-enter because why? As you can see, the momentum on this candle was actually low. That means buyers are actually coming into the market. So I didn't jump back into the trade. Usually I normally jump back into the trade if price actually prints. Let's say for example this candle actually move a little bit down, and the MACD actually prints a strong sell stick over here. I usually jump back into the trade, but since I see that buyers are coming to the market, I didn't jump back into the trade. So basically I was waiting for price to pull back up and come break this trend line, and then I can jump in for the buys. And what happened? The rest. And as you can see, price pulled all the way up, patiently waiting. Price broke it all right, but I was kind of skeptical about jumping the trade. As you can see, it broke it with strong momentum, so I would have jumped into the trade over here, but I waited for more confirmations for price to break this second trend line to be sure if I should jump into the trade or not. Because as you can see, price almost broke it and rejected it. So if price should break here, I'm not really sure if it is going to go all the way here. You get it? But if price should break this and break this, then I am sure that definitely price is going to go to the upside. So I waited patiently. I didn't take my entry over here. I just waited for price to go break that, and as you can see, price broke it, rejected. This candlestick was very, very fast, so I took it to be news. So I waited for more candles to get printed, okay, before I jump into the trade. As you can see, this candle was, I think it was a news candle. I don't know if there was news today because I'm not a fundamental trader. I'm purely technical trader. So as I see this candle move very fast up and down real quick, so I took it to be what? News. So I didn't take the trade. I just waited for some few candles to get printed, and this candle got printed over here, and I saw that it printed with a low volume for the buy. So sellers were coming into the market, so I waited for buyers to take back control of the market. So as you can see, the next candle, sellers were still in the market, 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 and then boom, this candle came up, and I saw that yes, buyers have come into the market. And then I waited for what? A breakout of the trend line, and as you can see, price, and as you can see, the second candle over here actually broke the trend line. Then that was when I actually jumped into the market, and the rest is history. I just took my partials. I took partials actually waiting for this price to break this level over here, and immediately price broke this level. Immediately price closed above this level. I moved my stop loss to break even. Then I took partials over here. 1:2 is to reward partials, and the rest is history from there. As you go, yeah, price almost took me out over here, but the rest is history. So since it's New York session, I don't usually take any trade during New York session, so I just close the laptop and just forget about the trade to hit TP or take me out at break even. So even if it should go all the way here and miss my TP by 1 pip and come all the way to take me out of the trade, I don't care. I already closed out 1:2 risk to reward already. So whatever happens to this trade right now, I don't mind. I just let it do whatever it wants to do. Most times it's usually go to hit my TP, but it happened less at a time to actually come back to to break even after reaching up to 100 pips or so. But anyways, whatever happened, I'm good with it. I'm comfortable with it because already I've broken even out of GJ. I know that okay, I've taken one is to 2 risk to reward, which actually bring me to break even on GJ. So if they should come and take me out, I didn't take any losses today on GJ, so I'm fine. We'll go again tomorrow. And that is for the GJ trade. We are still currently in the trade. We are still running about 60 or 70, 80 pips that way right now. So let's see how many pips this is. 77 pips here. We are currently at 77 pips. So I'll update you guys tomorrow on how the trade went, if we actually hit TP or if the trade went all the way to, I think, how many pips did it go? But 96 pips went on. Yeah, this was 97 pips. Went all the way to 97 pips and came back to take us out and break even. I'll update you guys later tomorrow, and we know how they trade, or whenever I'm going to be posting in my next video, I'll make this update. But anyways, that was by the way. And looking at gold, what did you do on gold? Looking at gold, I literally trade the same strategy on gold. So the gold trade, let's use the replay bar tool real quick and see what's happened on gold. We need to cut down more over here. All right. All right. Yeah, as you guys can see, the same thing on gold. I just marked out my key levels, my previous day low, my previous day highs, and the breakout structure over here, the middle line of the day before the previous day low, which got broken out of. So we know that we're looking for sales because price actually broke below that line. As you can see, it broke it, rejected it, pulled back up, broke it again on Friday, pulled back a little bit up, and then broke it again to the downside, and then what, broke the low of the previous day, the low of the previous day, yeah, which is on Friday. So that right now it's Monday, so we know clearly that we're looking for sell because why, we are bearish, right? Price keep breaking structure to the downside, so we are bearish. Okay, we mark out those key levels, and then we go down to our 15 minutes time frame. And what are we looking for the 15 minutes time frame for? An up trend line, right? Because we are bearish, so we just look for our uptrend line on the 15 minutes time frame. Since we didn't get any trend line on the 15 minutes time frame to look for sales over here, and just identify my downtrend over here, just in case price breaks above this level, I'll go in for the buys. This was the mistake that I made. I actually marked out this zone over here and consider it a key level or a key zone because price actually reacted on it and rejected it as a demand zone or supply. Price came back again, rejected again, supply. Price broke out of it, so I was expecting price broke out of it, pulled back again, used it as a resistance, pulled all the way down, and so I was expecting price. I was saying if price should break out of this, I'll jump in for the buys because we are looking for buys, because I already missed out because we'll be looking for buys. Yeah, if price should break above this key level, we'll be looking for buys, which wasn't my strategy. This isn't my strategy, this isn't my bias. I don't trade this, but because I saw this sweet move on gold where price actually broke this nice bearish trend line over here, I was so sure that price was going to move up, but I didn't take this trade. Why? Because we were looking for sales. So I decided to take the trade up here, which was a mistake that I made. I wasn't supposed to take trade on a key level no matter what. If I was going to take a buy trade, then it have to be somewhere here, because I can mark this over here as a trend line, okay, and we can identify this over here as my zone, okay, my horizontal trend line, okay, my horizontal line. So once price comes and break over here, this I can take the trade, but I can take the buys, but I didn't have the patience for price to come all the way to this place. Okay, so I decided to just create some bias over here that when price breaks this level, then I just jump in. That's what you do when you have FOMO, fear of missing out, or you don't, yeah, fear of missing out. You don't want to miss out on the trade. That's what you do. Just your mind just creates some bias that is totally against your strategy. So that's about it. Basically what happened, I took the trade, okay, and I wasn't watching the chart, right? I wasn't watching the chart. If I was watching the chart, like, I would have come to realize my mistake and be like, yo, look, like, I wasn't supposed to take this trade. Like, this is not part of my confluence. Like, I'm not supposed to take the trade on the key level. But immediately, but I was too quick to judge to the buyers that, okay, we're looking for sales. If price should break over here, we're looking for buyers. So yeah, why don't you take the buyers over here? So I was too quick to create that bias and just jump into the trade, because I already took a loss on GG. So I wanted to make back that loss on gold. That's what we call revenge trading. So what happened actually, yeah, so what's happened actually, yeah, I actually, let's go down to the 5-minute time frame where I usually take my entries. Yeah, so these trend lines that you see over here, I actually got these trend lines on the 5 minutes. So I usually draw my trend lines on the 15 minutes, but if I don't see any trend line on the 15 minutes, I draw a trend line if I should see any on the 5 minutes, so I don't miss out on new trade, right? Because sometimes 15 minutes doesn't give you a trend line. The market just moves, consolidates all the way to the downside. But if you see a trend line on the 5 minutes, that will give you that opportunity to join the ride. Why don't you? So that's basically what I did. I think I found out that these trend lines on the 5 minutes, and waiting for price to break this, and price did broke it. Price did give me what I want. Price was like, yeah, you want to join this ride? Okay, join this ride. Let's hit your stop loss. And that was and I fell for it, right? I fell for it. It wasn't part of my control. It wasn't part of my trading plan. I just decided to just jump in. So as you can see, price just broke out of it over here, broke out of the zone over here. Immediately I jumped into the trade and I fell for the trap. And there we go. Market just keep consolidating in the red. Just on my stop loss and entry, I would have gotten out of the trade, honestly, because when price starts to consolidate at this my stop loss and entry level, I just get bored and just get out of the trade. I don't like to see price consolidating in my entry and stop loss level. It's like, just take me out of the trade, or go up, stop consolidating in my stop loss level, you know. So anyways, I wasn't on the chart, I wasn't looking. Once I took my entries, I went to figure out something to eat or try to calm my head down, how to raise cash or whatever. I went to the balcony or to think my head off. But anyways, I wasn't on the chart. Price did what it wants to do, consolidated all the way. This would have taken me out of it, but it didn't take me out. Just consolidated, and finally price took me out. This was when I came to the chart, when price was still in the surplus. So when I came to the chart, it was like, yo, like, why is price consolidating in my interest? Am I supposed to be in this trade? And I looked and I was like, I wasn't supposed to be in this trade, honestly. So I was waiting for price to pull back into profit before I closed the trade, and price didn't pull back into profit. Price just kept consolidating until it took me out. But I was okay. It was a mistake well made, and it ended into my journal. So I know now that what to do just in case it happens next time. And I took that loss on gold, took one loss on GG, so 2 losses. So after that loss, I was looking for what sales. Since price has closed below this, we have to look for what sales. That means all of this consolidation above this key level, we're all fake out. So price came back down, so we started looking for sales. Price broke this trend line, and immediately looking at our MACD, it broke it with momentum. Okay, and let's pull up our CMEMA. Yeah, and we see that price broke it with a gray candle, a sell candle, and with momentum. So I jumped into the trade over there. Market dropped. I usually move my stop loss to break even at 1:1 on gold. For GJ, I move my stop loss to break even once it breaks a horizontal trend line, or once it gives me 1:3 RR. I usually move my stop loss to break even. But on gold, I'm risking 200 points, which is 20 pips on gold. So once it moves 1:1 RR, I move my stop loss to break even. Yeah, so yeah, that was it. It closed below, gave me that 200 points close at 200, maybe that 200 close above the 200 points, which is 20 pips. Yeah, then I move my stop loss to break even. Usually price don't usually come back to take me out of the trade, but if it should come back to take me out of the trade, it's definitely going to hit my stop loss. That's basically what I see by testing the gold, with my strategy. So price pull broke this trend line. I want to take another entry after it breaks this trend line, but it was already New York session, and during New York session, what do we say? I don't take any trade during New York session. No matter how good the trade looks, no matter how good the setup looks, I just don't take any trade during New York session once New York session opens. So yeah, I took this trade because the New York session, it was a kill zone. Yeah, it was a kill zone. It was still on the kill zone, but after the kill zone, that is 10 minutes after London session open, yeah, I don't take any trade anymore. So if the kill zone was over, that was after 10 minutes, so I didn't take any more entry. I moved my stop loss to break even, and I just went to chill, relax, waiting for price to come break over so I can take partials and leave the rest to run for 1:7.5 hour. But price didn't come back there. Price just went, took us out at break even, but I was okay. I wasn't looking to re-enter the trade, and as you can see, after price took us out at break even, it went straight. So if I still had my stop loss, it would have hit my stop loss and immediately push all the way back. So it would have taken us out with the wick and then just tank down. So yeah, this was painful. Actually, this was painful, but it's all part of the game. The price just went, took us at break even, and then just dropped, melted. If this was during London session, I would have actually re-entered the trade the moment this price drops over here with momentum. As you can see, it dropped its momentum over here. I would have re-entered somewhere around here if it happened during London session, but since I don't trade New York session, I then do it over here with 200 points. This thing gets fixed. However, if I enter with 200 points over here, you see price would have given us our 1:3.5 hour out to close partials, and we see market just floating 1:7.150, 1,500 points. Let's see if price hits here 1,500 points. Okay, price didn't hit the TP, and yeah, price hits TP. Literally, price hit TP. Like, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. Fuck. Anyways, we missed the trade. It happened during, at least we followed our trading plan. That is the most important thing. Followed our trading plan, and yeah, the rest is history. We missed this trade, and the trade on GJ is currently running. God help us, that trade hits TP, and at least we bang out some 2%. We bring our account to 2%. You guys already know I'm not actually trading any profit my account right now. I'm actually taking the FTMO trial because you already know the story I gave in the morning. I blew my challenge. I failed my phase 1 challenge, the third challenge which I failed on Friday. So right now I currently don't have any profit to trade with. I'm broke. I can't afford anyone right now. I hardly even can afford 3 meals. The whole day I've only eaten 1 meal the whole day. So I don't know when I'll be having another meal again. However, I don't have any food at home. The food I even ate was the food I got from my ex. So I don't know how I'm going to afford to eat tomorrow. But anyways, the most important thing is to raise cash, and then I don't even think about it right now. But yeah, I'm currently trading the trial, FTMO trial. Let's see if I can be able to pass the challenge. I already took 1 loss, 1 break even, and then the other loss I actually recovered the other loss because I closed partials on GG, so I recovered the other loss. So if the trade currently running on GG should come back and take us out at break even, then I'll end the day with 0.5% because I'm reaching 0.5% per trade. So I'll currently be losing only 0.5% of the account today. So if it should hit TP, then I'll be bringing the account up to 2% per trade or something. I'm not sure. 1.5, 2% or 2.5 that way. I'm not really sure. But anyways, yeah, we'll see how the trade goes up, it turns out, and then I'll keep you guys posted. You guys already know this is my journey. I'm just documenting my journey. I'm not doing this I'm not making this video for anyone to look down on anyone, or this is just my journey. This is me documenting how I'm going to achieve success in the future. So when I finally achieve that success, I can look back on these videos and be like, yo, this was where I am, and this was how I I work things out, and y'all out there who are actually looking at where I am in the future, like the success I have achieved or the goals I have achieved in the future, and you're wondering how I was able to get there, you can easily dial back to these videos on YouTube, to my first video. This is actually the first video, and you can watch and see how my life began and how things have been doing. A lot of stories, a lot of things actually happened to me, literally. But if I should start talking about it right now, the video is going to be like more than hours and hours of sit and watch. That's what I'm going to be doing, more than hours, because I'm going to talk a lot of things. This is literally 5 years experience in a foreign country, you understand? So I'd rather just keep things in a low key and just put out what I feel you guys should know. And yeah, that's basically it. As times goes on, as I keep making more videos, I'll be dropping those past experience and those little things that happened within these 5 years, and I'll just be adding it up to the clip. So if you're following up with my journey, you can literally know what I have been doing the past 5 years to get me to this point that I am right now. But anyways, that's by the way. I'll just end this video here right now so the video doesn't get too long, and I am actually tired of talking and my mouth is actually aching right now. So I will see you guys tomorrow or whenever I'll record the next video and make an upload. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.